Good morning, everyone. The social media police are out in full force, and election interference is real, and it's happening shamelessly in plain sight by the tech media giants. Recently, Donald Trump had retweeted a statement that referenced CDC data saying that out of all the coronavirus deaths, 6% of those people had died exclusively from coronavirus. In other words, less than 11,000 people died exclusively from coronavirus. The other 94% had other confounding factors. They had comorbidities that contributed to their death. They could have had injuries, intentional or unintentional. For example, they could have had a gunshot wound to the chest. They could have been mangled in a motorcycle accident. And if they also had coronavirus at the time, they would be labeled a coronavirus death. Or they could have had other confounding health problems. They could have had diabetes, heart disease, cancer, obesity. But out of all the coronavirus deaths, only 6% of those people died exclusively from coronavirus. This comes straight from the CDC. And Twitter took this down because far-left liberal Twitter moderators decided that you're not allowed to know this because it chips away at the liberal narrative that coronavirus is an extreme health threat and we need to shut down the country up until election day, and you absolutely need to vote by mail because it's not safe to go out to the polls and vote in person. And anyone who pushes back against this will be accused of voter suppression. But wait a second, both Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx both came out and said that it's safe to go vote in person. And you could do so the same way you'd go to the grocery store, the same way you'd go to Home Depot. You slap a piece of blue tape on the ground 6 feet apart, you wear a mask, and you'll be fine. Dr. Fauci at age 79 said that he will personally go out and vote in person this election. But why aren't the Democrats being censored for coronavirus misinformation? Does Dr. Pelosi, does she know better than Dr. Birx and Dr. Fauci? Demanding that we need universal mass mail-out voting because it's not safe to go vote in person. But the Democrats go completely unchecked. No one is censoring them for coronavirus misinformation. Recently on Facebook, Mark Dice was censored for posting a video about Kyle Rittenhouse and showing a video of him offering first aid to one of the protesters. Facebook took it down because Facebook has decided that according to their community guidelines, Kyle Rittenhouse is labeled a dangerous person, and any support for a dangerous person is not allowed and will be removed. Kyle Rittenhouse has been found guilty in Facebook court. But meanwhile, you're allowed to rally your support behind Jacob Blake, a man that allegedly raped a woman and then fought with police. That's perfectly fine. You're allowed to support that man. Network TV giant Comedy Central recently advertised a fundraiser for Jacob Blake, Justice for Jacob. It's raised over $2 million so far. But if you post a link to Kyle Rittenhouse's fundraiser, it'll be censored because you're not allowed to support the 17-year-old that defended himself against the unprovoked attacks of 3 felons, all of which has been caught on tape. On Facebook, the Hodge twins have recently come under attack by leftist Facebook moderators. Their page has been warned that it could be unpublished because they have sensitive material. What exactly is sensitive about their material? Well, Facebook doesn't tell you that. As of now, the Hodge twins have the #1 most watched video for the search term Black Lives Matter. They also have the #2 video and the #4 video as well. So they have 3 of the top 4 videos for the search term Black Lives Matter in which they condemn Black Lives Matter as a leftist lie. And this is deeply concerning to the leftist Facebook moderators that they have such a large audience when you are only supposed to know the leftist narrative about Black Lives Matter, that they are a noble group of peaceful protesters fighting for racial justice. 2 other black conservatives that have come under attack on Facebook are Terrence K. Williams and Candace Owens. Recently, Facebook had posted a giant banner ad right on their landing page that said Black Lives Matter, and now they are trying to censor 4 of the most prominent black voices on their platform. That sounds pretty racist if you ask me. Conservative voices are under attack by the mainstream media, by Democrats, and by tech oligarchs. Election interference is real, and it's shamelessly happening in plain sight, and it's something that should be deeply concerning to all of us. That's my video. Hope you like it. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe, and I will see you all next time.